Hi everybody, it's Lucinda Curran here from Eco Health Solutions, and today I have the absolute joy of introducing you to one of my favourite people in the world. She's a friend of mine. She's somebody I look to for inspiration. She's someone I know who motivates hundreds and thousands of people around the world just by being her beautiful, sweet, soulful, courageous self. So everyone, I'd like you to meet Amelia Hill. Hi Amelia.
Hi, Lucinda. Thank you so much for that very kind introduction. I really appreciate it.
That's fine. Now, I guess the other more formal side of your introduction is that you are a writer, and now, excitingly, you're actually a published author, which is fantastic.
Thank you. Yes, I'm really excited that finally my first ebook is being released, yes.
It's beautiful. Now, do you want to tell everyone the name of it, or you want me to?
Oh, well, you're welcome to, yes.
I love it. The main title is You Can and You Will, and I just think that's so empowering. And then the subtitle is 100 belief-boosting pep talks to get you from where you are to where you want to be. So, Amelia, what was the inspiration for this book?
Well, I mean, this book really came from me facing some really difficult times in my life, surrounded by some difficult health challenges, and there was fear and isolation and worry, and I think I was just hoping that someone would magically appear and, give me the words that I needed to hear, words of encouragement and words of hope, and, things like something as simple as, look, everything is going to be okay, you've got what it takes, dig deep, you can do this. And unfortunately that person never arrived, and something within me, told me to write myself, write the words that I needed to hear, words of encouragement, words of support, words, of tough love sometimes, just of pushing me forward or even coaxing me on the days when I just didn't have any strength within myself. And so I wrote the words that I needed to hear in those difficult moments, and eventually I knew that these words had a lot of power because they helped me, they strengthened me, and many times, they carried me when I just couldn't carry myself. So I knew that at some point in the future I really wanted to be able to share them with everyone, because I just wanted to be able to give them as a gift and hope that they could be the same powerful words for other people too. So that's how the book began, and unfortunately there was a lot of delay in between, some setbacks in my health and difficult things that we were facing here. I was building a chemical-free home that you know about, and all those things were taking a lot of energy and resources, and so here we are finally on the other side of that, and I'm really just so happy to be able to finally collate these pep talks, as I like to call them, because that's kind of what they are. They're like a best friend, just sort of coaxing you, pushing you, and giving you a pep talk just to sort of get you from where you are to where you want to be. And I'm pleased that finally, here it is, the day is that I'm finally releasing them. So I'm thrilled.
It's so exciting. Congratulations as well, because it's
Thank
been
you.
a very big, long journey.
Yes.
And one of the things I think that I've witnessed over this time is that the hurdles were really, I've just got this image, it's hard to describe it, almost like an impetus to push you up and higher. It's almost like you had to leap and become stronger and brighter and more inspiring with each one, if that makes sense.
That's a great way. Yeah, that's a great way to look at it, because I think, adversity is really a catalyst for transformation, and personal growth. I mean, I think most of us can understand what that means and how that feels. It's only when you really face challenges, do you question within yourself, what can I do here? Why is this happening? How can I learn from this? How can I move forward? And it's that growth spurt that is like that leap, that you describe, and it's that post-traumatic growth, that you hear that slogan a bit, but it really is that, and I think that, your description is exactly, the feeling behind it too.
It's beautiful. Like it's, yeah, as I say, being able to be your friend through the process as well and witness the changes and the transformation. It's like an enlightening or an awakenment internally at some really high spiritual levels, what I've witnessed. So it's beautiful that it's now in words to share with other people. So I want to thank you for sharing it all.
Oh, thank you. I'm just so pleased, and I really hope that people, feel the words and really get something out of it, because that was my intention. And, we all need to feel like, a sense of support, and that there's other people experiencing, similar difficulties in their life, and, finding ways to overcome them. And I mean, I still fall down all the time. We all do, but it's not about how many times you fall down. It's about how many times you get back up again, and how many times you decide to move forward and just do the best you can.
Totally. Now, there's 100 of these amazing pep talks in the book. Have you got a favourite?
Oh, goodness. Well, I mean, I think probably that where the title came from, really. You can and you will. I mean, that's one of the key feature quotes which run throughout the 100 quotes. You've probably noticed, and it's really the simple one: you can and you will, end of story. And I think that really is the core of self-belief. It's just knowing that you will find a way, and I think that that's my favourite.
I think that's beautiful, and I think even just scanning through the contents page, there's a lot of inspiration there. Just even reading the titles, and my eyes immediately fell on one of my favourite phrases, which is "everything is possible."
Yeah.
And even just reading that list is uplifting and motivating, and I think reignites that spark of hope inside that sometimes dwindles a little bit when things get hard.
I know we need to feel that hope, don't we?
Totally. Because I think, when you've got a lot of things going on around you, I always like to see them as impact. They impact your life, but it's sort of like it shifts your trajectory. I can't say that word, trajectory. But it's just the way that you've chosen to, like the path you've chosen from that is one of light and inspiration.
Well, I think we've all got that, within us. We've all got that ability to do that. I'm no different from anyone else. It's just a choice to look at things from a different perspective and create a new set of beliefs, which are more hopeful and, sort of anchored in, positivity and, like I said, possibility. I think that's really what it comes down to. When there's a belief in possibility, then I think hope just springs more from that, and that's like a momentum forward. When you stay open to possibility, you're on the lookout for solutions, you're on the lookout for things that can go your way, and people that are there to support you and, back you. And I think being open to possibility is something we can all work on. I mean, it's practice, it's a practice, and I think that does weave through as a strong theme through the book, so I'm glad that one really resonated with you too.
And is it all right if I just share one of them with the listeners?
Yes, please do.
Fantastic. So this one is called Lean into Peace. Lean into peace, especially during the most punishing of storms, because when you do, you build your spiritual muscles exponentially and your resilience quadruples.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that one?
Well, I think that, we can all relate with the chaos that comes with challenges, and I mean, especially health challenges, and, there's the mental sort of worry and, the reality of the situation. I think that creates a lot of chaos and distress and uncertainty. So I really believe that if we can carve out time to, like I say, lean into peace, and whether that's like through meditation or prayer or just, being more mindful, creating a space of stillness, something which brings you back to like a center space, so there can be chaos and circumstances and things in your environment, but if you make a conscious effort to keep coming back to sort of a space which is still, that's where your true self lies. Your true self is not your circumstances. Your true self is not the suffering that you're going through, or the opinions other people are telling you, or the things that didn't go right. Your true self is something which is centered and eternal, and it's unchanged by any of those things. So it's about cultivating that and strengthening that by giving it your attention and your awareness. And the more you do that, the strength comes. Like I said, the spiritual muscles are developed because you're recognizing, who you really are, and that is where you draw your strength from.
That's so beautiful. Now tell us a
I'm
little
glad
bit
you
about
like that
the
one.
format. I do. It's absolutely gorgeous. And again, there's so many levels to read that at as well. Like I think if you approach it in different headspaces, you'd get something different out of it each time.
Yeah, I think that will happen to everyone when they read different ones. Like different ones will resonate with you, depending on where you're at in the moment and what you're going through and what you really need to hear. And I think that's the magic of sharing what one person's going through, with someone else, because ultimately we're all going through the same thing. We're all experiencing the same moments, we ask the same questions of ourselves and of the world, and so we can all resonate with each other's journey, but there'll be specific ones in the book, specific pep talks that, speak to you. So I can't wait to hear which ones speak, to different people and what's the most meaningful for them. Yeah, so I love to hear that's the one that really grabbed you.
It's gorgeous. Now, can you tell us a little bit, too, about the format of the book? You did say we've got an e-book.
Yes.
What else have you got in the pipelines with this?
Well, as a special sort of gift to my very loyal mailing list subscribers, I've created an audio series too, which will be available as a special gift, along with that, and that's about how to be unstoppable. So it really, meshes in and weaves into that same theme like the ebook, and I really go into sort of strategies which I use in my own life that help me to really feel more unstoppable and be more unstoppable in my life. And, again, you're still going to face adversity. Things are still going to go wrong. You're still going to fall down, like that happens to me too. But it's about, cultivating strategies which, build a framework and, create a feeling of unstoppability in your life. So, I love this topic and I love, exploring it, and, I hope to share more and more. And I do have other ideas, so I'd love to be able to, grow on that and, gift more things and create more meaningful content for people. So, yeah, that one's in connection. So I hope people will, explore that one and enjoy that one too. So.
Oh, fantastic. And everybody, if you'd like to get yourselves a copy of it, you can and you will. 100 belief-boosting pep talks you can get. So to get you from where you are now to where you want to be, the link is just down below, so you'll be able to click on that to get yourself a copy. And Amelia, I want to thank you so much, not only for your time here today chatting with me, but also all the work and thought and inspiration and the amazingness in this book that you've put together to share with everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lucinda. I really appreciate your support and your encouragement, and for chatting with me today to really share this ebook with everyone else, and for your to share this ebook with your tribe as well. So I'm most grateful. Thank you.
My pleasure.